Hey everyone, this is DD1 here, and this is a video about the fact that I recently hit 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Now that might come as a surprise to some people because a lot of you might know me from GMA, where there are many more subscribers than 2,000. But it took several years, but I'm here. I've reached the 2,000 subscriber milestone. I started this channel in late 2013, and it's been around for some time now, but that finally happened. It's finally at 2,000 subscribers. And I saw a nice comment recently where someone was congratulating me on 2,000 subscribers and said it was a great start. I don't know if I would call it that because I have done this for a long time and I'm kind of away from YouTube now. Every now and then I'll feel inclined to post a video, but I don't really have much motivation to post videos because, and let's face it, a lot of people don't want me here. You know, they don't want me posting videos. They don't like the fact that I exist. And I've accepted that. And if I do post a video, there'll be 2 or 3 comments saying, cool or nice or whatever. Um, that spark of, interest in my comment section, it's not really the same as it used to be. Um, and so many could understand why I'm not that inclined to post all the time anymore. I'm pretty much retired from YouTube. Some people might say that I've been canceled from the community or whatever. I don't know. Um, I always hear about, so many people miss your content and this and that, but, I don't really see it as much, from my perspective. It seems like the loudest people, a lot of people just don't want me here. Um, and unfortunately for them, the dislike button is gone, so buying, hundreds of dislikes is not really going to be efficient anymore for those people. Um, but yeah, I mean, there is a lot of content that I very well could be posting. I, I have bountiful information in my head. I know a lot about these things, even more than I did a year ago, like a lot more, you know, and that's not me talking myself up. I'm just saying, I know a lot of stuff that is really neat. Um, and, and go back several years ago, and I probably would have been, posting a lot of it, all over the place. But it's not really the same anymore. I've not worked on the Jimmy Archive website in a while now. I used to work on that all of the time. Part of it is because, Legendary Innovations is a company now, and I'm working on that pretty often. It's not by any means dead. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, like a good bit. But, it's not only that. I was very motivated to get stuff out there. I remember I started the Jimmy Archive site in 2014. And I remember when I was a child, when all of these, golden era Jimmy items were brand new and in stores, I remember I would go on Google when I was in elementary school and I would see, stock images for, let's say, Count Vigor, for example, all over the internet because there are lots of resellers and websites selling these products. But I remember around the time I created the Jimmy Archive, I could not find like the Count Vigor stock photo on Google Images. A lot of stock images were simply gone. Some things, of course, were on the web archive, many things, but there were some images that I had saved as a child from Jimmy.com or other sites that were on my computer still that simply no longer existed on the internet. So I was inclined to make the Jimmy Archive. And then I did the YouTube channel where I, searched vigorously for stock videos, factory videos, things like that, and I archived them on that YouTube channel so they would be able to be seen forever. And Jimmy reset their YouTube channel, so even a lot of videos that were already on YouTube are no longer at their original source. I spent, hundreds of hours working on the site and the channel and my own channel, but I don't really have the motivation to do that anymore. Just I think people may have started to take a lot of it for granted, and it's like, I mean, I've not publicly spoken about this, but in my display video on GMA, because I obtained the full audio for, Dr. Shivers, She Blinded Me with Science. And fun fact, there were actually 2 different recordings made for that. And I have those recordings. And I figured I was going to give, I was going to give things a chance. And I was going to, that whole display video was a big case study. It was a test to see how the community would react to me revealing a lot. I decorated that house with a lot of items. There are many items that the public had never seen before that I put in that video. And I even put a little bit of that audio, She Blinded Me with Science. I also put a little bit of audio from Graves the Fat Builder and a teaser for that on my channel. And, it had the full phrase that was programmed wrong, that one phrase. And, there was not much recognition of that. And, when I put the She Blinded Me with Science recording out there, a little snippet of that, all that I saw was a YouTube channel, I won't directly call them out, but a YouTube channel took that clip I put out there, added more to it, and, made it the video, Dr. Shivers, She Blinded Me with Science recording. And, absolutely zero credit was given to where it came from. So, aside from the fact that, not everybody was, showing that they, obviously not everybody, but not too many people were showing that they cared about the fact that I took the time to put that video out there. And, someone even just, took the little that I gave and pretended like, it didn't come from me. It's just, you could see why I wouldn't be too motivated to share more, because I do have a lot of information like that. I do have a lot of audio files, for example, but why should I feel inclined to put it out there? And the third thing that pertains to that is, it also relates to the video that I was just discussing, the display video. And there was a floating ghost that I included in the video, and I saw a post from the Jimmy Facebook group, which I have been banned for about probably a year now, maybe more, maybe less. I don't really. I'm not thinking about it too much at the moment here, but I was deplatformed from that, and there were people complaining about how they didn't get to see enough of it. Like, how dare I just show a little bit of something? Well, at least I showed a little bit of it. Imagine I showed none of it at all. Imagine I never did the Jimmy Archive site or channel. Imagine I never did the videos that I've done in the past. Like the video where I went to that storage unit of that former Jimmy employee. Imagine I never did that. Imagine nobody knew the Phantom ever existed. Like, imagine that. Or that prototype Zoltan existed. Or the prototype Spirit Ball existed. Or even the prototype Small Spirit Ball I posted on my channel a few months ago. I very well could have not put any of that out there, but I chose to. And it's gotten to the point where there's just not much incentive to put that out there, which is unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Obviously, if I had a lot of people, rallying for my support and, wanting this stuff out there, then maybe I would put more out there. I have plenty of content that I could put out there. But like I've said, the incentive is just not really there. So yes, I did hit 2,000 subscribers, but it's not really a good start. It's kind of, you know, I'll post every now and then, but I'm not really somebody to post frequently anymore. Um, and I am logged into GMA. I could post stuff on GMA. I posted the display video on there because I knew, it wouldn't be seen as much if it was on my channel because, there's a larger audience over at GMA. And I figured, well, for something of this, significance, I may as well present it to a larger crowd. But, I know Jordan's the only one that posts on GMA at this point, for the most part. So, I mean, if enough people wanted me to post, maybe I would post on there. Um, but again, I would have to see that because I'll always hear about, all these people want you to post again. And it's like, well, I never see it. Or I will see it, but, not as often as some people might think. So, I guess this video is just me explaining, why I don't post all the time and, you know, why I don't post about like the Jimmy Museum, as some might call it, or, all of the information I have worked hard to obtain over this past couple years. Well, now you know why. So, yeah, we hit 2,000 subscribers. I'm rambling at this point. I'm sure you are fed up with me talking, so I will end the video here. But thank you for listening. And for those of you that, are kind to me and are supportive of the content, I'm very thankful for you doing so. You're part of the reason the world can be a better place. Thank you very much.